Hey everyone, welcome back. Before we dive into today's deliciously surprising topic, I'm sending out big virtual hugs and the very best wishes to all of you watching. Seriously, wherever you are, I truly hope you're feeling great, taking good care of yourselves, and surrounded by good vibes. Health is the most precious thing we have. Now, get ready for a taste bud adventure because we're talking about a fruit that sounds almost too good to be true, the black sapote, famously nicknamed the chocolate pudding fruit. Yep, you heard that right. Imagine biting into a piece of fruit and finding something that looks, feels, and even tastes remarkably like rich, decadent chocolate pudding, but it's completely natural, packed with vitamins, and grows on a tree. It sounds like something straight out of a fantasy novel or a health food dream, but this tropical wonder is absolutely real, and it's one of nature's most incredible edible illusions. So, what exactly is this magical fruit? Picture this, you're walking through a warm, tropical orchard, maybe somewhere like Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean, or even parts of Florida or Australia where it's grown. You see a tree laden with round, smooth fruits, maybe about the size of a baseball or a large apple. At first glance, they look quite unassuming, almost like very green, slightly flattened tomatoes or perhaps a smooth-skinned persimmon. That's the black sapote in its unripe state, firm, bright green, and definitely not ready to eat. Patience is key here, because the magic happens only when this fruit ripens completely. You have to wait until it turns a deep, almost olive green, sometimes with a hint of yellow or brown, and feels incredibly soft to the touch, like a ripe avocado or even a water balloon about to give. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You gently cut it open or tear the thin skin, and there it is. The flesh inside is a stunning, deep, dark brown, almost black. But it's not firm. Oh no. It's unbelievably soft, smooth, and custardy, with a texture that's incredibly similar to the silkiest chocolate pudding or mousse you've ever eaten. Seriously, you can scoop it out with a spoon, and it just glides. Now, the big question, does it actually taste like chocolate pudding? Well, yes and no, but mostly yes in a fascinating, natural way. Let's be clear, it's not going to trick you into thinking you're eating a bar of dark chocolate. There's no cocoa in it whatsoever. What it does have is an incredibly mild, subtly sweet flavor with distinct chocolatey undertones. Think of it like this, if you blended a very ripe, sweet persimmon with a hint of date, a whisper of caramel, and a deep, earthy richness reminiscent of unsweetened cocoa powder or dark chocolate, you'd be getting close. The sweetness is gentle, not cloying or overpowering like candy. It's more of a natural, fruity sweetness balanced by that deep, almost malty, cocoa-like depth. The real star of the show, though, is undoubtedly the texture. It's luxuriously smooth, creamy, and pudding-like, it melts in your mouth just like the real deal. This combination of the dark brown color, the ultra-smooth texture, and that unique, chocolatey earthy sweet flavor profile is exactly why it earned the nickname chocolate pudding fruit. It's nature's incredible mimic, offering a completely unique and surprisingly satisfying experience that feels indulgent while being fruit. You might be wondering, how on earth does a fruit manage to pull off this chocolatey trick without any actual chocolate? It's all down to its unique blend of natural compounds and sugars. Like many fruits, as the black sapote ripens, starches break down into sugars, like fructose and glucose, creating sweetness. But it also develops specific flavor molecules. Some of these compounds are similar to those found in chocolate or roasted coffee, contributing that deep, slightly bitter, earthy note we associate with cocoa. Others give it a mild, caramel-like or date-like sweetness. It's a complex chemical symphony happening inside that green skin as it softens, transforming it from bland and hard into that velvety, flavorful pudding. It's a beautiful example of how diverse and surprising natural flavors can be, creating something familiar from an entirely unexpected source. Because of this magical texture and flavor, the black sapote is incredibly versatile in the kitchen. The simplest and most popular way to enjoy it is straight from the skin with a spoon, nature's perfect pudding cup. Just slice it open, remove the few large, flat, inedible seeds, usually 3 to 10, and scoop out the luscious flesh. But its potential goes way beyond that. Its smooth, neutral sweetness and thick texture make it an amazing, healthy base for all sorts of desserts. Blend it up, and you instantly have a thick mousse or pudding. You can eat it plain, or jazz it up with a splash of vanilla extract, a drizzle of honey or maple syrup if you like it sweeter, a pinch of cinnamon or nutmeg, or even a squeeze of orange juice or lime juice to brighten it up. Fold it into yogurt or oatmeal for a decadent breakfast twist. Use it as a filling for pies, tarts, or crepes. It sets beautifully when chilled. Blend it into smoothies or milkshakes for an ultra-creamy, chocolatey vibe without adding any actual chocolate or dairy. It's naturally dairy-free. You can even freeze it to make a fantastic nice cream or sorbet. Some people love mixing it with peanut butter or banana for extra flavor dimensions. Because its natural flavor is quite mild, it's a fantastic canvas for your culinary creativity. Imagine serving guests a beautiful dessert that looks and feels like rich chocolate mousse, then revealing it's actually a fruit. It's always a showstopper. Beyond the taste sensation, the black sapote is also a nutritional powerhouse, making its chocolate pudding moniker even more appealing. It's packed with good stuff. First off, it's an excellent source of vitamin C, that essential nutrient we all need for a strong immune system, healthy skin, and healing. A single serving can give you a significant chunk of your daily needs. It's also rich in dietary fiber, which is fantastic for digestion, helping you feel full, and keeping things moving smoothly. Unlike actual chocolate pudding, it's naturally quite low in fat. It provides a decent amount of essential minerals like potassium, important for heart health and blood pressure, calcium, for strong bones and teeth, and magnesium, involved in hundreds of bodily processes, including muscle and nerve function. It also contains some B vitamins and antioxidants, those helpful compounds that fight damage in our bodies. So, while it satisfies that craving for something rich and dessert-like, you're actually feeding your body vitamins, minerals, and fiber. It's a win-win for taste and health, a true superfood hiding behind its pudding persona. Now, let's talk about the tree itself, because it's pretty interesting too. The black sapote, scientific name, Diospyros digina, is a tropical evergreen tree, related to the persimmon, another fruit that can be wonderfully pudding-like when ripe, and even ebony wood. It can grow quite tall, up to 25 meters, over 80 feet, in ideal conditions, though it's often kept smaller in cultivation. It has glossy, dark green leaves and produces small, greenish-white flowers. The fruit takes its sweet time developing, often needing 6 to 9 months or even longer after flowering before it's ready to pick. One crucial thing to remember is that black sapote is almost always picked and sold hard and unripe, that bright green stage. Trying to eat it then would be a terrible disappointment. It's astringent, bitter, and completely lacking the magic. Ripening happens off the tree. You need to leave it at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, and just wait patiently. It can take anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks for that deep green to soften and darken. The key test is gentle pressure. When it yields very softly all over, like a perfectly ripe avocado or peach, it's ready. Once ripe, it's very perishable and needs to be eaten quickly or refrigerated for a few extra days. You can also scoop out the flesh and freeze it for later use in smoothies or desserts. Finding black sapote can be a bit of an adventure depending on where you live. In its native regions and other tropical areas, you might find it in local markets during its season. In places like Florida or California, specialty groves or farmers markets might have it. For many people, the easiest way might be to look for it in specialty grocery stores focusing on tropical produce, or even frozen pulp online. If you're really adventurous and live in a suitable climate, USDA zones 10 to 11, meaning frost-free, you could even try growing your own tree. They prefer warm, humid conditions, well-drained soil, and plenty of sun. While they can take a few years to start bearing fruit, the reward of harvesting your own chocolate pudding from the backyard is pretty incredible. So, the next time you hear about the chocolate pudding fruit, you'll know the secret. It's the amazing black sapote. It's a fruit that brilliantly plays with our senses, offering the visual appeal, the luxurious texture, and a flavor hinting at chocolate, all while being a wholesome, vitamin-packed gift from nature. It's a reminder that the plant world holds endless surprises and that sometimes, the most indulgent tasting things can actually be incredibly good for us. It challenges our expectations and invites us to explore flavors beyond the ordinary. Whether you get to try it fresh, find it frozen, or dream about it for now, the black sapote stands as a testament to nature's creativity and its ability to create pure, delicious magic on a tree. It's not just fruit, it's an experience, a healthy indulgence, and a fantastic conversation starter. Thanks for joining me on this tasty exploration. Go out there and stay curious and healthy.